What's going on, you guys? With Frost here, and yes, we are back with a video just like this one before. I've done this from the 2019 year into the 2020 year. Now we're doing this for the 2020 year into the 2021 year of what I have in store for 2021. First thing I want to say foremost is thank you all from literally from the bottom of my heart, from the people that have literally supported the channel from back in 2019 whenever I kind of had a hard reset and then started uploading games. I think I at one point uploaded Fortnite, and I started uploading Don't Even Think, which I'll get into in a second. I started uploading a lot of different games. I even started doing playthroughs and all that stuff. I kind of wish I could thank y'all from the bottom of my heart, with something different, but all I can give y'all is my thanks. So I appreciate everyone that has done that and it has stuck with me for the longest. So lately I was thinking for quite a bit of time, and I'm not gonna have this video crazy long. It's probably gonna be 5 to almost 10 minutes long. So what I've been really thinking about was just how I can just reflect back on this year and figure out a lot of ups and downs. And I feel like I had a lot of ups when it came to the Don't Even Think. Whenever I started uploading Don't Even Think, it was one game that I never really expect to spark up my channel to what it is right now, and that was just solely because the community really liked the game. At the same time, the game wasn't as good, but the community stuck with the game the longest, and that by far was one of the most weirdest exchanges I ever had coming into a video game, and I've had the best viewership on it. So I think that really sparked the channel a lot. And then also another thing that kind of sparked up the channel was Darwin Project. And think about it now, if you go back into the 2020 video of what I was looking forward to in 2020, what we were expecting versus the end result, Darwin Project wasn't how we thought it was going to be back whenever it was 2019. So the game truly changed, but I still stuck with it. We got a lot of accomplishments on there. The game is kind of dead. It's still alive, but it's also dead. And what I mean by alive is that the community is there, and the devs are sort of there, but they're also making 2 other games on top of that. So they're just meh, a little back end project. So yeah. So basically what I want to talk to you guys about was what I had in store for 2021, and that is with upcoming future games, and that includes the channel, how I'm going to be approaching it, how I'm going to try to make changes to myself, and also for the channel in general. And for starters, I had a couple of eyes out on a lot of games. I know the new systems are out, the Xbox Series X's and the PS5s, and how hard it is to get now due to COVID-19, something that we didn't expect to just hit us out of nowhere. And I don't even care if I said it in the video, I'm gonna just say it. Who cares? It's something that's controversial. So with all that happening and a lot of games closing down, a lot of games not being able to be managed because they have to work at home and they have to take their whole office work at home, and a lot of shit. So it was a very very rough and long year, and by far one of my worst years, due to the fact that I lost where I used to stay, my house, and I had to move into a whole different house. And not only that, lose my job. So me having to scramble and adjust to another lifestyle that I didn't really expect to hit me so sideways, just happened. So I was just okay. So I'd say that a game or several games that I'm really looking forward to, and number one being the most interesting game that I've ever seen to date, would be Destruction All Stars. And the reason why I think this game is pretty cool is just the idea of just a battle arena driving game where you can actually lose your vehicle and get out the vehicle and do other actions like drop kick and still fight, be in the fight. I think that's so cool, and I honestly can't wait for that. And then we also have scavengers coming along the side of a PvPvE shooter game, which I think is really cool. I mean, we just have nothing but time right now. Time right now is very questionable. It comes in fast, sometimes comes in slow, but it's there. It's inevitable. So also been keeping tabs on that, and a very good couple games like I'd say like Phantasy Star Online 2, New Genesis, just a lot of different variety of games, and also Vigor, which you also have seen me uploaded and edited before. And don't get me, I'll get right into that in a second, but don't get me wrong, I really do like Vigor. A lot of my friends don't really like it as much, or only just a select few does, and I can completely understand that. It has its problems, and or a lot of people just don't like the appeal of the game, which is fine. A lot of people have their opinions. It's okay to have an opinion. So what I want to do in 2021 is mostly try not to burn myself out. A lot of people, a lot has been like asking for, what type of, when can you like upload this game, and quite literally today, when are you gonna edit this montage, or when are you gonna do this? A lot of people don't really understand the amount of time and the amount of patience you have to have in perfectly editing a video, and making sure it doesn't corrupt, and making sure shit doesn't crash, and making sure, like, it's a lot on your plate. And it burns me out because sometimes, I'm pretty sure most of y'all don't know this, but I edit on my phone. Yeah, I edit on my phone. Every montage you've seen, every edited video on Par, that was on my phone. That was on my iPhone. My iPhone 7 to be exact. And also a side Android phone that I use for strictly editing for effects and different, particles and all this other crazy shit that you might have seen in like montages. A lot of that shit is hard and can be very time consuming, and also is just is a mess waiting to happen. So I have to make sure everything is perfect before rendering. Everything is perfect for multi-rendering, because I do multi-render. So keep that in mind if you ever want to become like a very successful YouTuber. You just have to know that editing is time consuming and it's hard. You just have to break yourself into it, and it's never a promised done. You just have to do it, and you have to figure out what you're gonna go. So I have to figure out how to break myself from burning out, because when I get burnt out, I tend to put myself on a lazy side and either not do it or just do a little bit at the most, because I'm scared of having to start over. And it's really frustrating to have that sort of end thought whenever I'm just like, yeah, I can do this, or yeah, I can get this done. So another thing, I know I didn't do a video on this. I've done it last year. Merry Christmas to everyone that is watching the YouTube video this far down the line, and if you're watching it in the next year, Happy New Year's, or if you're celebrating it now. But 2020 has been a very, very long year, a very stressful year, a very confusing year. I can't say 2021 will not be the same. You just have to go in with the end thought of, if it's like how it is now, you have to foresee the future it being the same way until something is willing to make a change. So as far as everything goes, I say the only thing I have left to talk about is Rogue Company. I was very, 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 very excited for Rogue Company, but it definitely has fallen under the ladder for me for several reasons. Number one, it's not truly like a competitive shooter. Not a competitive shooter, but a more tactical shooter. Whenever you classify a game as a tactical shooter, it has to be symmetrical. It has to be even. It has to be, there has to be counters and, anti-counters. Every action has to have a equal and opposite reaction. And whenever I play Rogue Company, it feels like whenever I play it, I die to a lot of dumb stuff, or stuff happens in the game that shouldn't happen or shouldn't be operative to happen in a sort of way. And when it does happen, it kind of just, decreases the value of if it is a tactical shooter. Like me having to shoulder swap, which I mean a lot of people are pretty fine with, but I don't really like a shoulder swap mechanic because it's a lot to tend to, but I don't really mind it sometimes. And the fact that you're able to buy your weapons and you keep them for to a set amount of rounds until it's ready for a rotate. And whenever new rogues come out, they're usually often 1 in 100 busted. Like, I didn't even mean to say 1 in 100, but probably 100% of the time out of 1 is busted. Like, they're very broken until they have to nerf them. And I feel like they only do that on purpose because it kind of serves as a pay to win aspect for people to get used to the character, use the character, and then once it's more of a sly on tactic. I've seen it so many times and I'm just like, I'm kind of done with it. So Rogue Company honestly did kind of let me down, and was like the only game, even compared to Darwin, I still play Darwin to this day. It's never truly let me down. So yeah, as far as Rogue Company goes, I mean, I wish it has the brightest future, in advance, but a lot of things just need changing for the game, and I just can't enjoy it. I can't bring myself to enjoy it. So I thank you guys for watching this video. I'm pretty sure I'll have background gameplay and probably some music as alongside as well, so that way you're not completely bored out of your mind listening to me. And I'll do another video like this a year into the future. It's gonna just keep going until I feel like I don't feel like doing it. 2021 is going to be a year where I feel like I am going to just say fuck it, I'm booking it, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. So I'm just telling myself, try not to burn yourself out, do as much as you can, and enjoy what you can. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys have a good day /night, and as always,